Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let's talk about it, fight fans. Let's talk about it. What's going on out there, man? It is the homie, Main Man Made Man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. What up to the fam? And what up to everyone in Main Man Made Man's boxing form. Salute, salute. Hey, look, man. So the thing is this. Word on the curb. It is all over the internet. I'm sure y'all have seen it at this point. It looks as if that my man Bud Crawford had a run-in with the law out there in Omaha, fight fans. This was right before his parade that he just had on Sunday. And that was a beautiful parade. Let me just say salute to Omaha for throwing that beautiful parade for my man Bud Crawford. Over 25,000 people there. All of his boxer homies there, man. Giving Bud his flowers. Well deserved. You know what I'm saying? Well deserved. And so this particular incident, but this is the video of Bud Crawford having a run-in with the law with the Omaha Police Department, 1:30 in the morning on Sunday morning. Now, Bud's parade started at 10 o'clock that morning on Sunday. So, you know, it's like, damn, police officers, what is Bud Crawford going to be doing when he got to be at a parade in a few hours? That's in his honor. You think he going to be out here doing goofy-ish when, you know what I'm saying, he's going to a parade? Good thing that Bud Crawford don't drink or smoke, because if him in the driver's seat right there, you know they would have messed with him over that, fight fans. So this video is going around, and it's like, damn, dog, you know, what a way to celebrate your victory, to be harassed by the cops, right? Now, also today is Bud Crawford's birthday, so happy birthday to Bud, you know what I mean, turning 38 years of age. Salute to Bud Crawford. And it's real messed up that this happened, man, but, you know, these type of things happen, dog. I've been involved in situations like this before. I'm sure y'all have been involved in situations like this before. The best thing going in this case, in this situation, is the fact that somebody had a camera running, because this could have easily went left, everyone. This could have easily went left. Bud Crawford was very careful in this case, and he did not give the officers no pushback. He got out of the car, hands up, turned around, as you can see right here, putting his hands on the car. He's outside of the car. That's him right there outside of the car. Officer patting him down and detaining him. And yeah, man, he didn't give no pushback at all. And thank goodness, man. He let it be known. I'm showing my hands. All I got is a phone in my hand. I ain't trying to get y'all no static over this, dog, because I'm trying to go home to my family, because we know how these situations can go, fight fans, especially in this case. So salute to the person that got that phone running. Now, what I'm talking about here, fight fans, is since this incident has happened, the Omaha Police Department, as well as the mayor, has issued a statement. So let's read that statement real quick. According to the Omaha Police Department, Omaha Mayor John Ewing and Police Chief Todd Schmademeyer, or whatever, are aware of a video circulating on social media regarding a traffic stop involving Terence Bud Crawford. Early Sunday morning, Chief Schmademeyer has authorized an internal affairs investigation. Now we're talking. That's what's up. Shortly before 1:30 a.m., officers working in the downtown area observed a vehicle driving recklessly near North 12th and Capitol Avenue. A traffic stop was conducted at Carr Street. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm in the driver's side floorboard. For safety, all four occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at, for lack of a better word, strap point. You know what I'm saying? The driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and was issued a citation for reckless driving. One passenger, a member of Mr. Crawford's security team, was also found to be carrying a legal firearm. Police have confirmed that all occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. A police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request. So, per reporting also, fight fans, Bud Crawford is now at home safe and sound with his family. No one got arrested, no one got detained, and everyone was able to go home with their toys. You know what I'm saying? So salute. Now I know a lot of fans, we look at this and you say, hey man, you know, what's this all about? Everyone in Omaha should know who Bud Crawford is, right? And if these cops would have known who Bud Crawford is, maybe they would have said, hey, well, we understand you got a parade in a few hours. You know what I'm saying? And, you couldn't be on. We wouldn't think that you would be on nothing crazy. So, but at the end of the day, if he was seen doing reckless driving, look, if that would have been me or you, we would have got pulled over too. You know what I'm saying? But once again, by him having those toys in the car, you know what I mean? I'm glad that the camera was rolling, because we all know, instead of us getting this report, we could have gotten another report. Oh, well, we seen him reaching for the toy that was on the floor, and so we had to take action immediately. Oh, we seen them passing them back and forth, and we had to take action immediately, and we had to do this and we had to do that. And next thing you know, Bud Crawford ain't, worse, ain't with us no more, or, something just go left. You know what I'm saying? So that camera running, thank goodness. That's all I'm going to say. Thank goodness, man. But y'all should know who Bud Crawford is. He is like the biggest name out there in Omaha. He has a street named after him, for crying out loud. Bud Crawford Street. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should know exactly who he is, man. And to give him that much business, I mean, I guess they were doing their jobs, but to a certain degree, it's like, if you know who he is, bro, like let him live. He got a parade in a few hours. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. The cops were doing their job. If he was reckless driving, then that's a reason to get pulled over. You know what I mean? You got straps in the car. They do gotta worry about their safety. So to a certain degree, I understand. You know what I mean? If listening to the audio of this particular confrontation, it didn't sound like that the officers was giving him a bunch of flack neither. You know what I mean? Outside of the part that Bud was a little thrown off by them asking him to step out the car, it seemed like, but didn't seem like they was giving him much flack. Didn't see like no, basically asshole-ish behavior. You know what I'm saying? And we know how these things can go. Because listen, I've been in a situation like this before, and I've been robbed by cops. Literally robbed. Money taken out of my pocket. What money? I don't see no money. Had like $500 lifted up off me by cops. Nothing I can do about it. So you do got those rogue ones sometimes that'll go left on you, dog. You gotta be careful. And once again, to have that camera running is everything. You get pulled over, first rule, put that camera on the dash and hit that record button. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. And you tell your kids to do the exact same thing, especially if you're black. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. So, just kicked up a bunch of dust. And I also read some other statements from the mayor, who was just like, he says that he was basically thrown off or surprised, like, one of our basically city treasures is being, put through this right here, man. And this is just bad showmanship, man. It's like, bro, we supposed to be celebrating Bud Crawford. He was probably out more than likely celebrating his birthday, which is today, but no one celebrates their birthday on a Sunday, you know what I'm saying, or a Monday. Everybody celebrates their birthday on a Saturday or a Friday. So probably was out just having a good time and celebrating his birthday, celebrating his victory, and a couple cops just want to come through and spoil the party, man. You know what I mean? But some people may look at this and say, man, they could have been jealous or envious of Bud Crawford. They know who he is. They just want to make him look bad. Could be. You know what I'm saying? Could be. I would think in Omaha, no one is more known than Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? But, I'm just glad that he's home safe with his family. Nothing went left in this situation. And but why have the straps pulled out on him? Y'all might wonder. I mean, Bud and them had straps in the car. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess as an officer, he want to go home to his family too. You know what I mean? If they don't know who Bud Crawford is, or even if they do, they see a strap in their car, man, they got to move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So, because this, you know how these things go, man. So it is what it is. I'm just glad that no one got hurt. Everyone's home. Everyone's safe. Bud had his parade, and we're moving right along. You know what I mean? So that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Now I want to tie another thing into this, fight fans. I know this may be a bit off base a little bit, but since we talking about Bud Crawford, let's just tie another subject into this, if we will, man. One of the things that has been a problem for me to convince a lot of the Crawford fans about is I think that Jaron Ennis is cool. You know what I'm saying? I think he cool kid for the most part. And a lot of the Bud fans keep coming to me like, yo, man, I think he a hater. He's a hater. He's a op. He ain't cool with Bud. He ain't down with Bud. That's what a lot of y'all say to me. And I be like, nah, this is hard. I mean, it's like it's a push-pull thing with me. You know what I'm saying? But I got to admit that the evidence is definitely piling up. Real talk. What I'm talking about is I just recently caught Jaron Boots Ennis' interview that he did over there with YSM sports. And salute to YSM, man. They always putting those good interviews out there for Jaron Ennis. And Jaron says that he did not watch the Canelo and Crawford fight. He says that he fell asleep. He says that the undercard was so boring that it put him to sleep and he basically missed majority of the fight. And I find that to be a little bit like, huh? You are the same dude who decided to help Canelo Alverez and prepare for Bud Crawford, and you don't watch the fight? Huh? Like, it's like, dog, you sure you're not a hater of Bud Crawford? You pair this with, I just recently caught an interview with Brian Norman Sr. over on Mill City Boxing. Salute to Mill City Boxing. Mill City be doing some fire-ass interviews, you know what I'm saying? And I listened to Brian Norman. I'm not going to play the audio, but I am going to paraphrase Brian Norman Sr. And I listened to Brian Norman Sr. make a case against how Boots is a hater of Terence Bud Crawford. And it did make me go, you know what I mean? It did. It really did. Now keep in mind, I'm fully aware of the source. Main man. The Normans and the Ennises, they don't get along. You know what I'm saying? So, you know how that shit went. They tried to do a fight. Eddie Hearn and Jaron Ennis showed up the Normans by saying that, look, we offered them the biggest payday of their career, and they turned it down. Went up on 3 times on the offer. And so the Normans ain't talking their way out of that situation with me, because I side with Boots Nation on that. But when it comes to Boots and Bud, they are providing a different POV. According to Brian Norman Sr., he says that his son, Brian Norman Jr., was the first fighter signed to BLK Prime. That's something I did not know. And according to Brian Norman Sr., they went through Blue Blood TV. Salute to Blue Blood TV, man, because we know that Blue Blood was very, very instrumental in putting together Terence Crawford and David Avanesian. You know what I mean? So according to Brian Norman Sr., they went through Blue Blood and linked up with BLK Prime. So that made them a bit more privy to what was going on between Boots and Bud. And according to Brian Norman Sr., Steven the Weasel Espinoza didn't want anything to do with Bud Crawford. That was the whole thing. It wasn't no loyalty to Showtime and all of this other stuff. It was more so that Espinoza just did not want to put him in the ring with Bud, according to Brian Norman Sr. Now, Crawford Nation, we already know. We already hip, ain't we, Crawford Nation? That's something that we've been saying for years. We know that they ain't want to have anything to do with Bud. But, of course, Boots fans don't feel the same way. And, of course, Bud Ops definitely don't feel the same way. But we know that Boots ain't want no smoke. We know it. However, Jaron Ennis is also the same guy that turned around and had Terence Bud Crawford stripped of his IBF 147-pound title while he was waiting for his contractually obligated rematch with Earl Spence Jr. And Boots, instead of fighting Bud when he was in the WBO, right, when Bud was WBO champion, Boots was in the WBO, he decides to jump sanctioning bodies, go over to the IBF. He didn't want to fight Bud that way. And then when Bud beats Spence, takes his IBF belt, instead of waiting for that to play out, he strips Bud. And it's like, huh? You pair all of that with the fact that, once again, he helped Canelo. And it's like, yo, that's a lot going on. Are you sure you don't got something against Terence Bud Crawford? According to Brian Norman Sr., he says that, listen, there was talks. And he said he heard from Bozy Ennis, when Bozy talked about this, that Keith Thurman requested $10 million to face Jaron Boots Ennis. And we thought that was outrageous. Everyone thought that was outrageous. But then when the fight was offered to Boots Ennis to face Virgil Ortiz, he claims that they offered Boots $6.5 million, and this is per Virgil Ortiz's father. They offered Boots $6.5 million, but instead they turned around and asked for 10. Just the same way that Keith Thurman did to them. And they didn't like that, but they turned around and did the same thing to Virgil. And that basically plays into the notion that Jaron Ennis be lying. He's saying that he be lying. He claims that whenever Jaron Ennis don't like no one, that he won't talk about him. So you notice when he's asked about Bud, he don't want to talk about Bud. A lot of fans look at Boots and they say, well, man, Teofimo Lopez wanted to fight Jaron Ennis, and Jaron ain't wanting to do with it, which I sided with Boots in that case. Man, the Brian Norman situation fell apart. Nothing to do with it. Man, Boots ain't really beat nobody at 47 before he left the division, and he told everybody that he wanted to do this and do that, and he didn't do any of that. Man, he's moving up to 154, and he ain't fighting no smoke. He's taking two tune-ups. Virgil even walked out the door like, I'm tired of this guy. I ain't dealing with it. Maybe we fight him, maybe we don't at this point. Eddie Hearn, don't tell me when I fight. I fight when me and Golden Boy decide we fight. And so all of this is starting to paint a picture like, is Boots Ennis a op of Bud Crawford? According to the Normans, they say not just yeah, but hell yeah. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a thing of he just don't want to be in Bud's shadow, right? Maybe it could be a thing. Maybe he just want to pave his own way. I mean, I get it. Listen, but maybe he feels some kind of way also that when Bud Crawford walked past him in the hallway and made him fold his arm and blush like a Cabbage Patch doll or something, you know what I'm saying? And maybe he felt like Bud put him on Front Street and made him look bad in that case. I don't know. Maybe that's why he's acting that kind of way. Oh, man, the only reason that he went and helped Canelo because Canelo got a relationship with his brother Pooh. Yeah, that's his brother Pooh. That ain't Boots. Why did Boots get involved? That's his brother Pooh. Pooh ain't Boots. Boots helped the ops. Every time we turn around, he is the biggest thorn in Terence Crawford's ass. And this is the reason why Terence Bud Crawford stayed after his fight with Canelo, that he ain't going in 54 to fight no damn Boots. Took his belt and vacated his belt. I ain't think about no Boots. Why give him the opportunity at this point? That man has insulted me. He's tried to help people beat me. Him and his team, Espinoza, you know what I'm saying? Scheming and ducking me and trying to take belts off of me and having me stripped and all of this. So, Bud, it's like, I'm tired of that kid, man. I tried to be cool with him. Y'all remember what happened when they was on Gilly's show? Oh, I've been trying to fight you since 2019. Bud, like, cut it, man. Stop it, bro. Nobody even knew you in 2019. So, man, I do wonder, man. It's like listening to Brian Norman. He might have convinced me of some things, man. I'm still resisting, though, fight fans. I'm gonna stay on my island. I'm gonna stay on my island and say no. Boots ain't a Bud op. I'm gonna say no. He just wants to earn his own way, fight fans, and he don't want to be in the gigantic, humongous, stupendous shadow of Bud Crawford, right? Maybe that's what it is. Or some say, man, maybe it is Jaron Ennis just want to keep on taking easy fights for top dollar. Because that was the knock on him when he was at 47. He hid up under Showtime and Espinoza to keep getting those easy fights for the big money that they were paying him. I'll let y'all decide. You know what I mean? I'm just going to say he just don't want to be in Bud's huge, humongous shadow. You know what I mean? Nah, I take that back. I got to keep it a buck fight. I can't. I got to keep it a buck. He is hating, bro. He's an op. He's a Bud op. It is what it is. He's a Bud op and he's a Bud hater. I'm sorry, man. Boots is a hater. Bozy saying like he coming around. But Boots, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all say what you want. YSM, say what you want, bro. He's a hater. He's a hater. He ain't watched the fight. He's a hater. He's a hater, bro. And now he's going to have to watch Bud walk into the Hall of Fame all-time great status and only hope he can get half the achievements that Bud Crawford got. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Boots, I was hoping not to believe it, Boots. But when you said you ain't seen the fight, bro, that just made me go, it's the same crap that Sebastian Fundora feels against Virgil Ortiz. The same thing. When they asked Fundora, did you see Virgil's last fight? Nah, I was doing yard work. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? These boys are characters, fight fans, and ain't none of them funny. Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Share. Rock the bells. Once again, I'm just glad that my man Bud Crawford is home safe and sound with his family. That's the most important thing. These incidents happen, man, but damn, bro, all of you cops out there in Omaha, Y'all should know who Bud Crawford is. He is like the biggest figure on Omaha soil. Real spill. Show the man a little bit more respect. Let him celebrate his victory. Let him celebrate his birthday. Come on, man. Get a man his flowers and show the man some respect. Thumbs up on the way out, fight fans. I see y'all real soon in the next live stream. Much love to the fam. And until the next video, fam, bam, all day. Ways out.
Hey, you got a real one in here now. You got a real one in here. Y'all got a real one in here now.
I respect it. Yeah, I don't believe it. 3-time undisputed. Ooh, coming soon.